To focus on is, and this might be the easier one to show you, that your knee is not symmetrical, it's asymmetrical. So for example, this angle right here, a lot of times what will happen is you will replace a total knee and you'll make now the top of the tibia just flat across, and you'll put a cup or plastic liner on there, and you'll just lower one side of the plastic liner to try and accommodate the rotation that happens when this turns. The problem that causes is it's not a natural function. Your entire knee, as it goes back, this side wants to push forward, this side wants to pull back, and by lowering your plastic liner here, you are achieving that, but you increase the tension that goes forward on the knee as well as the tension that goes on the back. So what we've done is create asymmetrical base plates so that they're larger on this side than they are on this side. They have more of a natural groove to them, and that keeps all of the muscles and the tendons in more of a natural alignment. They work, you have less muscle fatigue, you have less stability issues, all of that happens. So that one we want to make sure, and that's a kind of a key component as far as when people talk about, oh, your hinge is, your knee's a hinge joint. It's not a hinge joint. It's a rotational hinge joint. And you don't know it's there, but you know it's gone. And that's really the point. So what we want to do is highlight just exactly how important returning your knee to your natural shape is. And it's not just replacing those damaged bones, but it's replacing the structure of your knee as much as we possibly can. Hip, on the other hand, it's really it's a ball and socket joint. Yeah. As long as that doesn't want to pop back out, you're good to go. And most people will tell you that I can't even remember, if it weren't for my scar, which side I had my hip on. Nobody who gets a knee has a difficult time knowing which one of their knees is not natural.
So it's still, even the best made one.
Even the best made ones cannot get the same amount of stability. And the reason for that are these. These center ACL and PCL are not ACL and PCL. Anyway, these two center ligaments here. That's medial. Lateral.
I think it's right here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Posterior. Okay, so it's. Yeah, it is your ACL and your
ACL and PCL.
So those have to come out on a total hip, on a total knee, because you basically separate the top from the bottom of the knee, and you have to get rid of these. And those are replaced either by putting a nice big lip on the front and the back so that this can't go,
pop loose,
or they'll put a shaft in the middle that'll kind of lock it together. That doesn't give you nearly the stability. The next wave of implants, and I will probably guess that every company has at least one or two in the offings, is what's called we call it an X. And that is a fully ligament sparing knee. You'll be able to put one of these on without cutting those two ligaments. When you can finally get to that point, it is not total knee replacement as much as it is knee resurfacing. Right now, because you're removing so many of these ligaments, you're replacing the knee. And that's why on a total hip, it's a replacement, whereas a BHR is a resurfacing.
So now on the arthroscopy, when you do that, that's where, obviously it's not a replacement, but you're going in there and repairing a lot of these ligaments.
And there again, with arthroscopy, you can go through just a pinhole and get in there and do that. And the argument for and against, the reason why they work really well for us is anytime you can repair this, it's great, but you're not getting it back to where it was. It's eventually going to wear down. You're just buying yourself some time.
Probably feels more natural, though.
It feels more natural, and it's certainly the way I would go. But if you're having arthroscopy done, you can bank unless you're pretty old, that you're also going to be getting a total knee at some point.
Yeah, sooner or later. Yeah, you're delaying the inevitable. What about partial knee and ligaments?
Partial knee is great because there again, you're able to keep all of your ligaments.
Right.
So you're just going in and shaving just the one side of the knee and putting one side here and cutting this top part, and you're only replacing right there. It's super easy. You're keeping all of these stabilizing ligaments. It's going to feel really natural. That's about as natural as you can get. You can also just do a patellofemoral implant where we just resurface this. Most doctors will tell you, however, if you've got arthritis here and in one side,
yeah, you're going to get it.
You're going to get it all. And they would rather go through the process of total knee replacement than they would 2 surgeries for the same patient, several years apart.
Yeah.
However, the converts of those, the opposite of that, is a surgeon who says, I don't know, if I can get it all and the other side looks healthy and we can get balanced correctly, there's no need I would ever have to go in and open you back up.
Yeah.
It's just if you don't get this balanced,
yeah,
you're going to wear out the other side faster.
Right.
So those are the two. The biggies for us are really highlighting the fact that as your knee bends, and you can just do it, even if you just bend it, naturally you're going to see this side pull forward.
Right.
It just, the way physics works for it, it's going to do it that way. And if you don't replace it with an implant that does that, you're going to hate it.
All right, so here's a question for you. Looking at this knee and knowing that this pulls forward, which knee am I looking at?
This
is it the outer edge?
So
okay.
the bigger function right here is on the inside. This is on the outside.
Okay.
So wait, no, is that right? Yeah.
So looking at that, that's a right knee.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right. So when you pull that down, it's leaning back, but this is pulling to the front.
It's actually, and this one does it better, more naturally. It's actually going to do this. So it's actually going to want to kind of pull, and this side's going to pull forward, this side's going to go back, and it's going to just do that.
Okay.